Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here, and today we are going to be talking about the patch that's coming. We've got a lot coming up here in Rise of Kingdoms for this channel, specifically KvKs in K307 and K916. So this particular patch has a lot of changes to the pre-KvK stuff and also to KvK proper. And I wanted to go over that with you guys because I wanted to see if that actually is going to affect what we have going on here on this channel. So firstly, I'm just going to roll through all the quick little snowy Christmas stuff. This is the third, guys, the third Christmas that we have had in this game. So the Snowy Christmas event is going to be basically a mirror match of what's already come in the past. They have all the little events that are coming along. The patch will go live 12/15, so that's basically 5 days from today, which puts it right at the turn of the week at the weekly reset, and we will be in pre-KvK well before that on both KvKs, at least one KvK, if not both. So this should not affect us, especially in 916, definitely will not affect. Maybe in the K307 Heroic Anthem one. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get to the pre-KvK portion because we're in a matchmaking process right now, even though the timer is counted down in the kingdom itself. So let's go over these really quick. Snowy Christmas events go live a week after the update, so that means we're talking 12/22, which is 3 days before Christmas. Distant jingles of reindeer bells, blah, blah, blah. Participate in Christmas events, get limited edition city themes, and other great rewards. You can check out what that city theme is. It'll likely be already in the city theme list. We can go check that before the end of the video just to see if we can show it to you guys and what it's going to be, and if it's going to be worth it to get. But these are the different events that you'll see whenever the Christmas events start to populate. On the 22nd, Christmas Miracle, Ice and Snow, Christmas Journey, Winter Story, Memories of the Journey, exchange for a wide variety of prizes, including a new city theme. That's basically the exchange of what you're going to be collecting, which is icy snowflakes throughout the week. This looks like it'll be one of those 7-day epic chest event kind of thing. Race Against Time's also coming. Zenith of Power. That's the biggie. That's the one that a lot of people are waiting on. Gain power as much as you can to earn a place at the top. The top gives you a legendary city skin. I'm not sure what that one's going to look like either. Maybe that's also in the list. We'll have to take a peek and see. But this is what a lot of people that spend money into the game. This is a spending event, guys. There's no doubt about it. This is what they've been waiting on. Zenith of Power. I know I'm going to get this on at least one of my accounts for sure. 100% chance. So we're going to get that taken care of. Christmas Friendship. Channel your inner Santa Claus by giving Christmas gifts to your friends. How about that? Look at that. Very nice. That'll probably cost some gems, but take care of your people, right? You take care of your friends. All right, so here's the actual meat and potatoes, the guts of this patch here. Lost Kingdom system optimizations in order to help new governors experience later game content as soon as possible. We have quickened the pace of Lost Kingdom events. At the same time, equipment-related rewards have been added to help governors get equipment for their commanders faster. So I think what they're doing, and I'll give a brief summary here, the first two KvKs are usually 2 months, plus the countdown and the pre-KvK and all that. It ends up being an almost 3-month event. Whereas Light versus Darkness and then going forward with Heroic Anthem, those are usually more like 1.5 to 2 month events after the pre-KvK and everything's said and done. And it's going to get even shorter. So adjusted the duration of the first 2 seasons of Lost Kingdom to 49 days each. So 1.5 months and some change. Lowered the requirements of some Crusader achievements and added equipment-related rewards. That's kind of cool. Hopefully it's not at the expense of gold heads and or speed-ups. We'll see how that goes. Decrease the duration of each stage in Eve of the Crusade from 3 days to 2 days. So instead of it being 3 days Marauders, 3 days Training, 3 days Forts, it's now 2 days, 2 days, 2 days for all 3 of those items. So cuts it by 3 days. Not too bad. I don't like the shortening of the days for Marauders, but Training days and Forts, not too bad. The Training day portion, that gives you one less day to get a 15% training rune. That's kind of a thing. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're either going to train or you're not. And, it would be nicer to have that 15% rune to have, but not the end of the world. Adjusted the reward drops of Kingdom Supply chests and added more equipment-related rewards. So are they going to increase the drop rate? Is that what they're saying? Or it says adjusted the reward drops. So I remember when this first came out, this was amazing. Like, we were getting years worth of speed ups at the end of the Marauder portion of the event. This is pertaining to the Marauders, guys. And recently, the last 2 KvKs or so, I've seen that drop rate kind of reduce, especially when it comes to speed ups. Speed ups were heavily impacted, I think. And I'm curious as to what the adjustment is this time. They did not say we're increasing, decreasing, nothing. They just said they added more equipment-related rewards. Now, again, if they're just adding equipment-related rewards, that's great. That's great news. People need to get more equipment stuff to round out their characters and their commanders. But if it's at the expense of speed-ups, speed-ups are the key reason why supply chests are so good. You get those 3-day speed ups, those 1-day speed ups, those 8-hour speed ups. You can get, again, if you really pound out this 3 days worth, and now after this patch 2 days worth of Marauders, I mean, you can get a half a year to a year of speed ups relatively easily. You just gotta keep on grinding for those 2 or 3 days. So if they add the equipment related rewards on top of everything else, this is a great patch. But if they add it at the expense of speed ups, of gems, of XP books, that's when it starts to become a little bit less of a good value. So we'll have to see how that goes. And again, it just depends on if the Heroic Anthem KvK, pre-KvK starts before this patch goes live, as to if I'm going to be able to kind of showcase this part of it or not. If not, I'll keep tabs on somebody else who's going into KvK later in the 1900s to see how they fare, because they will likely be affected by these changes. Added equipment material rewards to the possible reward drops from defeating barbarians and marauders. Again, very nice. Again, hopefully not at the expense of those 5-minute speed ups that do stack up quite a bit, and gems that stack up quite a bit as well. So hopefully not exchanging, we're just adding. All right, more Lost Kingdom Season of Conquest optimizations. Continue to optimize the Season of Conquest in order to offer a richer experience, who have already been through 3 seasons of that event. Added a new story, Strife of the Eight, featuring a modified version of the classic Season 2 map, okay, with some special content added in from the Season of Conquest, adding among 8 camps who will reign supreme. Sign up for this event and it might be you. I like that. I like this. This is kind of like what we had suggested on this channel, where it's the Season 2 map, because it gives you tons of opportunity to fight, but it gives you some of the coordination of the later game stuff. So I hope this is going to turn out the way that I'm thinking it might. So far, just the way it's generally described, because there's not a whole lot of detail here, it seems pretty good. So let's see how that looks, and we'll definitely be bringing that to you here on the channel. Optimize the Bastion commander system. You can now give up on accepted quests. That's good, because I know that some people had a hard time dealing with some of the quests that were given out because they took forever, and you couldn't drop them. So that's good. Optimize the unlocking process for support skills. Okay. Once you meet the unlock conditions, you can directly unlock the corresponding support skill in the support skill menu. That's good. I heard people had problems with that. Optimize map elements, adding caves and villages. This is also nice because you got to clear all that fog in the Heroic Anthem map for no reason other than to see stuff. At least now you get a little something for it. Added a cross-server view bastion feature. You can now see the status of bastions and other lost kingdoms. Okay. Optimize some screens to make them simpler and more intuitive. That's always good. Added some sound effects. That's good. Alliance system optimizations. Now, there's been a huge call out on this channel and from other kingdoms to increase the number of alliances that can participate in each kingdom. Right now, there's a cap of 20 alliances, okay? Kingdoms like 916 and like 307 and 331 and these bigger kingdoms, and even some of the smaller kingdoms that are just really active, right? Like B, C kingdoms can benefit from this. We run out of space. Like, there's not enough ARC teams for the amount of alliances and the amount of players in these alliances to compete. I mean, there are players that would normally be on a Vanguard team for Osiris League that are not getting spots because there's so many players in some of these kingdoms, including mine, that there's just not enough space. So we've been pushing hard to have the game add more spaces, increase the cap, or just remove that altogether. I mean, what's the point of limiting a player from being able to participate in one of the premier things in your game? I mean, this doesn't make sense. So, optimize the logic for extinguishing fires in alliance building. Now, this is a little confusing, so I just wanted to make sure I double read through this so you guys understand and I understand what this means. Optimize the logic for extinguishing fires in alliance buildings. Alliance members can extinguish the fires in alliance buildings that have been burning for a set time. 20 minutes for alliance flags, 30 minutes for the center fortresses, and 60 minutes for alliance fortresses. At the same time, the cooldown for extinguishing fires has been removed. The first part I get. So normally alliance members can't extinguish fires unless they use gems. But if it's been burning for 20, 30, or 60 minutes, it looks like the system is now going to allow you to do that with alliance credits. The last part here is what confuses me. At the same time, the cooldown for extinguishing fires has been removed. So if I extinguish a fire right now, there's a 15-minute cooldown before you can extinguish another fire. Are they removing that timer? Because if so, anybody that has a ton of gems or any alliance that has a ton of alliance credits can just sit there and spam heal a building or a flag and it will never die. Like, that's a huge problem for me. That's the way the game used to be, and it took forever. It took forever to kill anything because people would just camp around the flag and then just keep healing it. They just go ahead and burn it. It's 100,000 alliance credits. Who the F cares? That's what they would do, and it would do that for hours. So hopefully that's not what that means. Maybe I'm misreading that last sentence. I'm hoping that's not what that means. If you know what that means and it's not what I just said, put it in the comment section below. Educate me, because that hopefully is not the case. Optimize the logic for alliance building durability recovery. Alliance buildings will gain the contending status when the garrison is in combat with an attacker and will not recover durability. I like that. Alliance buildings can now only recover durability when they do not have the burning or contending status. Burning alliance buildings will continue to lose durability if they are being contended. That's good. The above two adjustments should speed up fights for alliance buildings and help avoid long, excessively time-consuming struggles. So again, that first one that we just went over will extend and make them excessively time-consuming. The contending status, if you can't make it reburn again, and they're just going to reheal it anyway right away, that makes no sense. That makes no difference. So hopefully this is not the first piece of it. At the same time, the cooldown extinguishing fires has been removed. Hopefully that's not what I think it means. That would be a bad move. Reduce the cooldown for 2 alliance skills. Nature's Gift, that's a huge problem, has been decreased from 72 hours to 24 hours. That's great for non-KvK time, but during KvK time, that could be a little bit of a problem. And Fully Loaded has been decreased from 48 hours to 12 hours. That's good. I like that. These adjustments are basically to make it to where there's never times where you can't donate to your alliance to get the alliance credits. That's very good. I'm a little worried about the Nature's Gift thing. I know they changed it to where you can't forward place it off territory and all that stuff, but you can still use it effectively in a fighting scenario the way it sits now. And if you're going to reduce that to a day instead of 3 days or 4 days, 3 days, then interesting. Increase the gold reserves of Alliance Mother Loads. That's very good. I mean, put it up to 1 billion. I don't care. That sounds great. Other optimizations. Optimize the matchmaking rating calculation for Ark of Osiris to improve balance. That's nice. Optimize the MGE event. Okay, so this is where they're making the changes to MGE. We still need to figure out what sprint for the win means. So added a 6th stage to basically replace the 2nd day of the 5th stage, which is kill event. Lasts 1 day and allows players to earn points through a variety of ways. What's the variety of ways? Give me the variety of ways, guys. Come on. You're making a huge change to a system that's been in the game since the beginning. Tell me how you're changing it. Be better. Be just that little bit better. At the same time, duration of Stage 5 has been decreased from 2 days to 1 day. It will not affect any events currently in progress. The first Mightiest Governor event in each kingdom will still only have 5 stages. So again, just let me know what it is. Just tell me. I don't know what it is. I wish I knew, so I could plan. Added an option to have scouts hold position after they finish exploring. That's helpful for the initial part of a kingdom, and then certainly for Heroic Anthem as well, because you could scout around the edges of the map and then bring them back, and it'll take out a lot more territory. They will still come back to your city on their own after a set time if no further instructions are given. Okay, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Optimize the text of some commander talents regarding garrisons and strongholds to make terminology more consistent. I'll believe it when I see it. That sounds great. Optimize the march speed display and unit details. That's nice. March speed will always be shown as a number now, which should be clear. I thought it was already shown as a number, but that's good. Maybe there's a countdown timer instead of the actual time. I don't know. Optimize the action point system. Okay, so everybody's getting 500 extra action points. This is nice. I'm curious how this affects people who already have the extra action points for being VIP 17 and all that. Granting all governors a claimable extra 500 action points per day. So it's kind of like your daily chests that you collect, I guess. At the same time, governors can now only purchase action points when they have 0 action point recovery items. I thought that was the only way to do it anyway. I'm behind the times, evidently. Added categories to the decorations menu to make it easier for governors to find the decorations they want. Okay. Optimize the choice logic for wounded troops in hospitals. Thank you. When you enter a hospital now, all wounded troops will be selected by default. Thank you. At the same time, hospital capacity for lower level hospitals has been increased to be more reasonable. Okay, so helping the lower players out a little bit. I'm all for that. And making it easier for those of us who just, when they go to the hospital, it's for a reason. They need to get rid of everything in there because they're going to fill it back up again because they're fighting. By auto-selecting everything, that's great. I don't have to sit there and go, every 5 seconds. So that's good. Optimized display for iPad devices. Hey, look at that. Governors playing on iPads will now see a display that better fits their screen. That's cool. I will definitely be bringing that to you on this channel. I'm sure Chisco will as well. He's an iPad player like I am. And I've started to bring that back as well because that is just really, I mean, I love my emulators and everything. You have the full screen behind you, as you see right now, but I miss my iPad, and the graphics on the iPad are just so much better. The performance is so much better. I'm actually going to be getting a Galaxy Tab 7 too for my Android accounts as well to show you guys. That's where my 307 account is on an Android, so I'll be getting one of those too and doing the same thing for this channel as well. Let me zoom this in so you guys can see it a little bit better. How about that? As we're at the end. So optimize the logic for sharing city layouts. Fantastic. Don't care. So added settings for commander voice acting. You can now manually choose whether or not commander voices will play. Okay, yeah, sometimes that can get annoying depending on the commander, right? Added a simplify graphics mode feature which can be turned on manually. Okay. That may help some people. That's good. Let's give some feedback. God dang it, I don't remember my governor ID. $897-589. I always forget. Let's give some feedback. There we go. How would you rate this update? I'd give it a 6. I said 6. Why? Some of the updates were okay, but still not addressing critical issues. Like Barb Fort Finder. Lag issues in Kingsland. Increasing alliance participation. I'll just say alliance count. Kingdom count for Ark of Osiris. What else? What are some other big issues that were done? Healing speed issues. Commander balancing issues. These are all the things that I what's some other things? I'll leave it at that for right now. There's definitely more issues, guys. We know. Submit. Oh, they didn't get. Oh, that's it. Man, I wanted to give some more feedback. There's not limits to my feedback. Come on. All right, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and me breaking down the patch. Overall, I think for the most part, there's nothing in there that's like, oh my god, they're going to ruin the game, except for that flag thing. The flag thing could be a problem if they allow instant flag heal again, like it was earlier in the game whenever there was no KvK. That's going to be a huge problem for those of you that haven't experienced that. But if that's not what that is, then you know what? We're good. We're good. Otherwise, it was just an okay mediocre patch. And yay for the Christmas stuff. Why not? So I hope you guys have enjoyed. And we're going to be actually no. Let me check. Let me check the city skins really quick and see if they have added in the stuff. Ooh. Okay, so Harvest Cottage. Nope, they don't have it in yet. Summer Palace. That's the Osiris League stuff. White Tower. Yeah, so they haven't added them in yet, unless they're in the middle. Let me see. Let me just do a quick Road to the Crown. 2020 Anniversary. No, we did that one already. Top Copy did that one. Summer of Passion did that one. Glorious Scion did that one. Alhambra. Milk. Lion King's Cottage. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we have not gotten them yet. Yeah, for sure we haven't. I do want this for KvK Season 3 and 916, though. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Get it. All right. Yeah, they did not place the stuff in the in the city skin setup just yet. As soon as we do see those in here, I'll go ahead and bring that content to you guys as well. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.